metal record, you open up the lyrics, they're talking either about space or aliens or cutting up their girlfriends or something like that in one form or combination, sort of pseudo-intelligent lyrics that to me just sounded like a word vomit that Fallujah was extremely guilty of, especially on things like Harvest Moon's Leper Colony. And for me, it just got boring and stale.
I never seem to get any inspiration from other metal bands or certain musicians. Maybe
sometimes
inspire me in like almost a competitive sense, but it's mostly when you watch like certain movies that the whole ambiance of the music and what it adds to it, and the chord changes. It's always about like how they're doing their changes and how they're doing their layers, and that's what I look at when I'm inspired by music.
It's like more in depth.
Yeah, instead of just
It's not just like oh, let's think of like a riff here.
Or
or like well, sometimes you know what I mean. Like
it's more like what's the feeling?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of deeper than just like okay, like now this is the breakdown part.
Every single song almost pertains to a certain film, and there's parallels between some of the themes in that film and how they've related to something similar in my life. So we took, a collection of not necessarily my specifically favorite movies that I all love and that we as a band can all understand, and I picked certain themes from each of those that, in some way or another, I experienced the same thoughts at one certain point of my life.
I definitely wanted to have the songs be more, better songwriting.
Cohesive.
You know what I mean? Because the albums before, we would just kind of write songs, just like, oh, that sounds good, and just like make super solid songs. But now I think there's a better perspective on like how the whole piece should sound. Each song should have its own like emotion to it, and it should each have its own kind of character, and also be like just concise and more accessible. Being technical metal, I guess some would say that it's more it's easy to just kind of have riff salads and stuff like that, and it mostly be about
here's the next breakdown.
Showing off or something like that. But I definitely wanted to have almost really nice song structures that someone could really easily digest, and at the same time it feels different.
There's also visuals attached with the film. There's like visuals and themes, and there's that whole artistic side of it that kind of play in. So you're almost being creative by using another person's creativity as inspiration, and then kind of intermingling it with your own thoughts. So, I think part of the fun is that unless you're kind of within our own little circle, we're not going to tell you which films they are, what characters they are, whatever it is. But someone maybe can open up this lyric booklet and be like, wow, like this sounds a lot like this film, and you're talking about a specific theme that, once again, people like movies, people like films because they see a bit of themselves in it sometimes, or for the exact opposite reasons, where it's so far away from their own reality that they can't even relate to it. But within a lot of those, and there's both of those themes on this album, lyrically, there's still something humanizing about it no matter what, and I wanted to kind of touch on that, where even if something is science fiction or something is sort of mystical or something is extreme or exciting, that there's still always a humanizing feature in it, and every single song kind of taps into the actual humanistic themes within a possibly inhuman situation or an inhuman problem.